Let me describe a moment and see if this hits. You're scrolling online. You see someone talking about becoming a millionaire, and instead of feeling inspired, you feel weirdly underwhelmed. Part of you thinks, $1 million sounds like a lot. Another part of you thinks, but also, does it even change my life anymore? You start doing the math in your head. Taxes, inflation, cost of living. And suddenly that once magical number doesn't feel so magical. If you've ever thought, wait, is $1 million even enough now? Yeah, that's literally you, and you're not crazy. I spend way too much time thinking about why $1 million isn't the goal anymore, and the new number that is. If you're someone who is stuck or stagnant about personal finance, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, here's the thing. This video is not about being negative or moving the goalpost just to scare you. It's about telling the truth, because the idea of becoming a millionaire used to mean freedom. Now, for a lot of people, it just means not panicking, challenging the big assumption. We need to challenge this early. The assumption is, if I hit $1 million, I'll be set. Set how? Set emotionally? Set financially? Set for how long? Here's what most people don't realize. Net worth numbers don't matter nearly as much as what that money can actually do for your life. And this is where it gets really interesting. Why $1 million used to be the goal? Let's rewind for a second. In the 1980s and 1990s, $1 million was a life-altering amount of money. Adjusted for inflation, $1 million in 1990 is roughly equivalent to over $2.3 million today, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Back then, housing was cheaper, healthcare costs were lower, education wasn't crushing, and expectations were different. $1 million could realistically buy you a paid-off house, conservative investments, and a simple, comfortable life. That was freedom. But we don't live in that world anymore. The modern reality check. Let's talk numbers, real ones. According to recent data, median home prices in many major U.S. cities are $400,000 to $800,000 plus. Healthcare costs for retirees can exceed $300,000 over a lifetime. Inflation has averaged around 3 to 4%. With spikes much higher in recent years. Now add taxes. If your $1 million is invested in taxable accounts, you don't actually have $1 million to spend. And this is where the illusion breaks. The math nobody likes doing. Let's say you hit $1 million invested. You follow the classic 4% rule, which suggests you can withdraw $40,000 per year to avoid running out of money. $40,000 before taxes. That's about $3,300 a month. Now ask yourself honestly, what kind of life does $3,300 a month actually buy today? In some places, survival. In others, stress with nicer furniture. That's not luxury. That's not freedom. That's careful. Psychological whiplash. Here's the psychological problem. People chase $1 million expecting a feeling. They expect relief. Confidence, control, but when they get close or even hit it, the feeling doesn't match the fantasy. Why? Because money only feels like freedom when it removes constraints you actually experience. And most people's biggest constraint today isn't stuff. It's time, flexibility, and security. Here's what most people don't realize. The real goal was never $1 million. That was just a proxy. What people actually want is to stop worrying, to stop rushing, to stop making decisions out of fear. Money is just a tool, which brings us to the new number, the new goal, the enough number. The new goal isn't a round number. It's a personal threshold. The number where your core expenses are covered by investments or semi-passive income. You don't need to optimize every decision for money. You can say no without panic. For many people today, that number is closer to $3 million invested or a much lower net worth paired with income flexibility. Notice something important? It's not just about net worth. It's about cash flow and optionality. This is where it gets really interesting. Two people can both be millionaires and live completely different lives. Person A $1 million net worth, mostly tied up in home equity, high monthly expenses, little flexibility. Person B, $700,000 invested, lower fixed costs, multiple income streams, control over time. Guess who feels richer? Wealth is experience, not calculated. The psychology of enough. There's a concept in behavioral finance called hedonic adaptation. It means humans quickly adapt to improved circumstances and then want more. That's why raises stop feeling exciting. New cars become normal. Bigger houses become stressful. If your goal is just a number, the finish line keeps moving. But when your goal is lifestyle design, clarity increases, addressing the objection. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds discouraging. Are you saying $1 million isn't good? No, not at all. $1 million is still a huge milestone, but it's a checkpoint, not the destination. The danger is stopping your thinking there. The shift from net worth to freedom metrics. Here's the mindset shift that actually matters. Instead of asking, how do I reach $1 million? Ask, what expenses do I want covered? How much time do I want back? What stress do I want gone? Then build backward. This is lifestyle design, not hustle culture. A simple analogy. Think of money like oxygen. You don't want the most oxygen. You want enough so you stop thinking about breathing. Below that level, panic. Above it, focus. The goal isn't excess. It's mental space. Practical steps you can take now. Let's make this actionable. Step 1. Calculate your real freedom number. Add up housing, food, insurance, healthcare, basic enjoyment. Multiply by 25. That's your starting target, not $1 million by default. Step 2. Separate net worth from usability. Ask, how much of my net worth actually produces income? How much is locked or liquid? This clarity alone changes decisions. Step 3. Reduce fixed costs before chasing big returns. Lower expenses increase freedom faster than higher returns early on. A $500 per month reduction is equivalent to $150,000 plus invested at 4%. That's math most people ignore. Step 4. Design for time first. Choose paths that scale without scaling stress. Protect flexibility. Allow course correction. Money should serve life, not replace it. Story to ground this. I've seen people hit $1 million and still feel trapped because nothing about their life actually changed. And I've seen people with less than that feel calm, confident, and in control because their money was aligned with their values. Same economy, different design. The real takeaway, $1 million isn't the goal anymore because it was never about the number. It was about what the number represented. Security, freedom, choice. Today, those require clarity, not just accumulation. Look, this isn't about making you feel behind. It's about helping you aim correctly. If you're chasing the wrong number, you can win and still feel stuck. If this video helped you reframe money in a healthier, more realistic way, hit the like button. It helps this channel reach people who need this message. Subscribe if you want more conversations that connect money to real life, not fantasy numbers. And today, do one thing that brings your life closer to enough. That's the number that actually changes everything.